telecom giant rebrands, invests billions, and signs a major roaming deal, yet its user base barely moves. That's the paradox playing out in Nigeria today with T2mobile. Despite a sweeping revival plan, the company is failing to regain meaningful traction. The question isn't just about marketing or infrastructure, it's about trust. Can a brand survive multiple collapses, rebrands, and subscriber hemorrhages, only to reappear with new promises but the same underlying vulnerabilities? T2mobile, formerly known as T2mobile and originally Etisalat Nigeria, is attempting one of the most complex comebacks in African telecom history. After entering Nigeria in 2008 with strong backing from Abu Dhabi, Etisalat quickly grew to 23.5 million subscribers by 2015. But a $1.2 billion loan default in 2016, driven by Naira devaluation, triggered a collapse. Abu Dhabi exited, regulators stepped in, and the company rebranded to T2mobile. That rebrand failed to stabilize the business. Between 2016 and 2020, it lost 10 million users. By the end of 2024, only 3.2 million remained, partly due to an NCC audit of unregistered SIMs, but mostly due to eroding consumer confidence. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. The latest chapter began in late 2024 with a rebrand to T2mobile, backed by a $3 billion investment from UK-based Lighthouse Telecoms and its chairman, Thomas Etta. This wasn't just a name change, it was a full-scale restructuring. The company unveiled a four-phase recovery plan: stabilization, modernization, transformation, and growth. A key pillar was a national roaming deal with MTN Nigeria, approved by the NCC in July 2025 and active by October. For the first time, T2mobile could leverage MTN's vast network, especially in rural areas where its own infrastructure remains weak. The idea was simple: improve coverage instantly while rebuilding from the ground up. The important part isn't the rebrand, it's what it reveals about dependency. On paper, the move paid off. The NCC's Q4 2025 Quality of Experience report showed the story achieving a median download speed of 24.9 Mbps in rural areas, outpacing MTN's 15.8 Mbps, Airtel's 10.6 Mbps, and Globacom's 9.5 Mbps. That kind of performance should drive subscriber growth. And for a moment, it did. Nearly 1.4 million users were added post-rebrand. But the momentum didn't last. By March 2026, the story's subscriber count stood at just 847,225. That's less than a million in a country where telecoms giants serve tens of millions. The numbers reveal a deeper problem: trust erosion. Even with better speeds and a national roaming deal, Nigerians aren't returning in force. The risk became real in November 2025, when IHS Towers disconnected the story from 2,576 tower sites over unpaid debt. The fallout was immediate. The company lost around 30,000 users that year while gaining only 107. That's a net loss of 99.7% of its porting data, a catastrophic imbalance. It shows that infrastructure dependency isn't just a technical detail, it's a financial and operational vulnerability. Without reliable tower access, even a roaming deal can't save the user experience. The company's future hinges on more than technology. It's about credibility. The story has the backing of Lighthouse Telecoms, a new management team, and a partnership with Huawei to modernize its network. But funding alone doesn't rebuild trust. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. The company's future hinges on more than technology. It's about credibility. T2mobile has the backing of Lighthouse Telecoms, a new management team, and a partnership with Huawei to modernize its network. But funding alone doesn't rebuild trust. The subscriber numbers remain stagnant not because of poor performance in tests, but because consumers remember the past. 2 rebrands in a decade signal instability, not evolution. So what's next? The $3 billion investment is meant to roll out over 4 years. The network overhaul is still in early phases, and the MTN roaming deal is active for 3 years, time enough to prove reliability. But the real test isn't speed or coverage. It's whether the story can convince Nigerians that this time is different. The company started with 3.2 million users after the T2mobile era. It now has under 850,000. The path back isn't just technical, it's psychological. The next credible signal will be sustained, upward subscriber growth over 6 consecutive months. Without it, even the most ambitious revival plan may not be enough.